Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching. This is Brian Fisher with Fisher Fast. I got a special treat here in the garage today. This is a 2011 Audi R8 V10 Spyder. I took this car in on consignment to sell for a now friend that bought this car about a year and a half ago. And he's just looking to get into something different, something new, just kind of a car guy like myself, like most of us, likes trying out new cars, different things, and just looking to get into something different. So this car, I believe, has about 24,000 miles on the clock right now. Has a full 3-year Audi Care warranty, which is now probably 2 years since he got it about a year ago. So there's probably 2 years left on that warranty, bumper to bumper, full factory Audi warranty on the car. Very small deductible. I believe it's only $100 to get anything fixed that goes wrong with this car, which is a steal for this kind of car and that kind of warranty. But this thing is definitely loaded up. Whenever we got this car, but like I said, a year and a half ago, the car was pretty much stock. It had the stock wheels, stock grille. It did have one nice thing about it that we were really happy about. Let me show you what that is. Akrapovic exhaust. I believe this is even a titanium exhaust. This thing was close to $10,000 for this car. It might even be a little more, which is insane when you think about how much an exhaust is for this. But it really brings this car to life. If you listen to a stock Audi R8 V10 that doesn't have the performance exhaust from the factory, the thing's very muted. It doesn't sound anything like you expect a supercar to sound like. But with this exhaust, it sings, man. Let me tell you, this thing opens up and it sounds incredible. The other nice thing about this car now is whenever we got it, had the stock wheels and tires, and the owner really likes black wheels, so I find this set of satin black, concave wheels with a real current design on it. You can see the fitment on this is spot on. I mean, it's flush with the fender. You can't get any more flush than that without poking up into the wheel well. Same thing in the rear. And these wheels look killer on this car, let me tell you. Especially with these orange calipers on it. So we put the wheels on, and then we put this RS style honeycomb grille on the car. And to any owners that may have one of the first gen R8s, the first thing you should do before you do wheels and tires, before you do window tint, before you do exhaust, before you do anything, change this grille out. The stock grille has the small slat that comes across the front and like a big license plate bracket, and with that grille, the original grille, it makes that front end of the car look so ugly. Once you change it out to this RS style grille with the honeycomb, the gloss black, it completely transforms how this car looks, especially with the black accents on the left and the right of the grille here, and here are the slats, like the carbon fiber mirrors, a black roof, black wheels. You even have the black emblems now, which were stock, the chrome emblems. So those are also changed out. And now the car also has an APR ECU tune. So whenever the car was stock from factory, it had 525 horsepower and I believe 391 foot-pounds of torque. And after the tune, it's right around 583 horsepower and 431 pound-feet of torque, for a difference of about 59 horsepower and 53 torque, if I'm not mistaken. And then the titanium exhaust here probably adds at least another 10 to 15 horsepower. So you can expect this thing to be up close to 600 horsepower now. And you usually don't get those kind of numbers on an ECU tune on a naturally aspirated car just by doing some tuning. But this engine is in one of the Lamborghinis. I'm not sure which ones, so I'm not going to say which model. But it's in one of the older Lamborghinis, and the engine produces close to 600 horsepower. And it's actually a little bit detuned for this R8. And how they do that is by limiting how much the throttle body opens. So after they do that ECU tune, say if the throttle body is only programmed from the factory to open up to 80%, after the tune it'll go in and open it to be 98, 99% because it never opens to 100, and it'll allow to get that extra air in and make all that extra power. So now it's making, with the other cars, the other Lamborghinis make very safely, since it is basically the same engine. Yeah, so as I said, this thing is, well, whenever he got the car, he also had a ceramic coating done at a different local shop. Unfortunately, I didn't get the pleasure to put this one on, but they used a CarPro brand of ceramic coating. And if you can see the reflections in this thing looks amazing. Whenever I took it in a few days ago, I noticed when I was washing the car that the mitt was dragging on top of the paint pretty good. And the owner also said that he thought that the water wasn't beating up quite as much as he remembered he liked to, and thought that the coating might have been wearing off a little bit. There was a little bit of hazing, a little bit of fine scratches, holograms, just from normal washing. You can't avoid that, it just happens over time. And I actually use one of my C Quartz products because that's mainly what I use when I do ceramic coatings. And it's like a polish, but not really. It's more of a filler type of material. There's zero abrasives in it, so it's not going to wear down the coating at all. It's designed to bring back to life an older coating. And what it does is actually fill in any kind of marring or scratches or little light surface imperfections instead of trying to polish them out, which will wear down the coating, which is not what you want to do. This actually fills that in and brings back the gloss and depth and beading characteristics you expect from a coating. And after I did that and the paint was corrected again, I put the C Quartz Reload on top of that, which also does the same thing, bring back a lot of the gloss and depth and the clarity. So you can tell now the reflections in this thing is like a mirror. I mean, look at how deep and wet this paint looks now. You can see everything in it. There's a real strong, heavy metallic, flake I may not be able to pick up. But the paint's in amazing condition. The wheels are in great shape. You can tell there. The car also has the carbon fiber pack. You can see the mirror caps. They're all carbon fiber. On the inside, the door armrest on the door there, carbon fiber. Door pull, carbon fiber. Even around the dash here, you got a carbon fiber ring. And I thought this was really cool actually. And someone else may think this is stupid, but I might not be able to pick it up. But on this carbon ring that goes around the front of the dash here, if you can see, there's actually like a sharp line that comes across right here, and it goes from glossy to matte. And someone was asking me why they do that, and it's just basically to reduce glare. So if this piece of carbon here was shiny and glossy like the rest of it, you're going to have a strong reflection right up in where you're looking out of in the windshield here all the time. It's going to be very distracting, so they actually made that piece matte or put like a matte film or clear coat over top of that, which I thought was a nice touch. This is the single clutch automatic. It has a flat bottom steering wheel. I said about 24,000 miles on the car. Speedo shows 220. Navigation. All kinds of cool stuff. Show you in the engine bay here. I think I need a key for that. So I cleaned the inside here as well. Did a full leather cleaning, conditioning on all the leather seats, the dash, door panels, even the pedals down here, the carpets, floor mats, all the plastics. Use the appropriate materials. It smells like a new car in here. It's great. Let me start this up. The one thing that's a little disappointing to me on this particular car, you can't see much of this beautiful V10 engine. I mean, you gotta get a glimpse of there once you open up this rear hatch. But I really wish this part was glass. because you could see the engine like on the other car. I can probably understand why they did that though. Being a Spyder model, we can't have a piece of glass. Maybe it's not structurally sound enough. I don't know. I'm not an engineer, but it makes sense. I really wish this was glass in the middle so you could see that engine predominantly all the time, exposed and looking great. So even on the airbox cover here, you got the carbon fiber here. You get a little sneak peek of that V10 engine sticking up there, not too much. Yeah, so to give you guys a quick glimpse, I'm going to be making a full walk around video of this car out in the sunlight, put the top up and down, start it up, get some rev exhaust clips. I'm going to take it through a couple tunnels on the location to get to the photo shoot there. Do some drive-bys with it. Drive-by exhaust clips, don't get me wrong. And a couple of those. Like I said, do a full photo shoot inside out. And then I'm going to be listing this car up for sale. If you or someone else you know may be interested in this spectacular R8 V10, definitely reach out to me. I'll leave my email address in the description below. And I hope to hear from you soon.